we had someone ask, can we get, and again, this last minute, I know y'all put no thought into this, but can we get some thoughts on the Kings and their fourth pick? Your thoughts on Jaden Ivey and his fit with the Kings, and if maybe any teams should be interested in a trade. Real quick, I'll start off so you guys can think about it because I already read the comments. So I can put some thought into it. Jaden Ivey is great. He's right here, Purdue. We saw plenty of him. I guess he's right now listed as, I don't know what they want him as, a point guard or whatever. He's more of a scoring guard. His assist to turnover ratio was quite even. Like he about 3 assists to 2 turnovers. It's not great point guard stats, but I don't know that the Kings need a point guard. So if they were to bring him in as a point guard, I don't know if they would bring him as a point guard, but if they brought him as a point guard, what are you gonna shift your other point? You could trade your other point guard away.
And you say the tough thing about the Kings.
Yeah, that he's this guy's a Kings fan is what the question is. My concern is in the NBA draft, man, is do you take the player you need to fill do you fill the position you need, or do you take the best player on the board? And I think that's where the Kings are. Where I think if you're the Kings, I think you take the best player on the board, right? Because we saw this, but the finals, Minnesota had in the 2009 draft. Minnesota Timberwolves had the 5th and the 6th pick, and they drafted twice. Who had the 7th pick? The Golden State Warriors, and they got Steph Curry. They had 2 shots to get Steph Curry and didn't. And because they wanted a pass first point guard and Ricky Rubio, and they wanted another player.
But granted, though, in their defense, at that time, coming out of Davidson, Steph Curry was injury prone with his left ankle. his ankle. He had a lot of ankle injuries. So I
agree, but that's why I'm saying it's tough. We talked about scouting the other day. Have y'all watched LeBron's new movie Hustle?
Yeah.
Adam Sandler.
It's all right.
Well, they both are in it.
I thought it was a good movie.
That's a tough business, man. Scouting's a tough business. So you are taking chances. You know what I mean? You can go get your AD and your Zion who are hurt every year, and because they're the best player, or do you go get the player you need? And so I think obviously injury prone is something you got to look into and stuff. But man, if I'm the Kings, I think I go take the best player on the board.
Yeah.
Because honestly, I think once you get that player, the rest then you can surround them with the pieces you need. Because this building a team from scratch, it works, but you're not winning championships until you find that player. And so, that's my take. I don't know what y'all think about Jaden Ivey, the Kings, and all.
Yeah, I mean, I have to. I was about to say I have to somewhat agree with you. You just need somewhat of knowledge of Jaden Ivey. I mean, it looked like he had 17 points, like you said, for 4 rebounds and 3 assists. I mean, they got him listed here as a shooting guard, I think. So, I mean, like John was saying, you guys already have your point guard and DeAndre Fox. I don't really say where I see him with the Kings, honestly, because honestly, I feel like the Kings need another big man. They need another solid small forward. No disrespect to Harrison Barnes, but I just feel like he's a better contributor coming off the bench than being a starter. So I definitely feel like you guys, like John was saying, probably go for the best fit, whoever the best guy is in the draft, instead of maybe going for Ivory. I'm not sure. I don't think he said.
I mean, if Ivy's the best player on the board, I take him.
Yeah,
I'm taking whoever's the best player from the Kings.
But I mean, like I said, I just feel like you guys need to make some moves in the free agency. Definitely try to see what you guys can do. Like I said, in the free agency, try to make some moves, even try to get a big man or a small forward. But when it comes to the draft, I definitely try to just take the best person possible and pretty much go from there. Because I mean, pretty much you guys are in rebuild mode right now. So I mean. It's going to take time. I
do think like the Suns, man. I think like the Suns, they're a piece and a half, piece or two away from being a serious, a 4 seed, a 3 seed, maybe higher. But I don't think the Kings are extremely in a crazy rebuild. I think they're just I agree. I think they're a couple pieces away.